Humanism emphasizes the dignity and worth of the individual. People are rational beings who have free will, can make decisions without restraint, capacity for truth, goodness. Came from thinkers and artists who believe God created man, man's greatness came from God. Therefore, man is the embodiment of God. By becoming his best man, we are celebrating God. Emphasize education, inquiry, self-improvement. Encourage man to achieve his potential. Encourage discovery of his own world, how the universe works. We are free agents capable of impacting the world. Urged men to ask questions, become more knowledgeable. Active citizenship. Man believes he is more capable than what society had allowed. God and church is no longer the focus. Divine in the ordinary, ordinary in the divine. Petrarch. Italian scholar and poet, father of humanism. Compiled Cicero's letter. Emphasized a need to study and championed life as an active citizen. Machiavelli. Specialized in diplomat and military affairs and political ethics. The Prince. Analysis of the virtues and various forms of rule. Absolute, democratic, tyrannical. The ends justify the means. Erasmus. Emphasized the middle way between traditional faith and merciful grace. Europe's first public intellectual. He felt he was at war against ignorance and superstition. Linked ideas of the ancients with Christianity. Strong supporter of religious tolerance when none spoke of it. Critical of abuses inside the church and called for reform, but didn't support Luther. Sir St. Thomas More. Utopia. Theorized system of ideal, imaginary island nation. Morality should direct all actions. Strongly opposed Protestant Reformation, and Henry VIII split with the church. Contemporaries. He and Erasmus lived at the same time. Both were profoundly intellectual. Renaissance man. Idealized example of what constituted human potential based on classical and humanistic principles. Individuals who excelled in all matters, reached beyond ordinary intelligence. Genius and intellect challenged the way in which the world was seen and shaped. Created by Alberti. A man can do all things if he will. Leonardo da Vinci, the Renaissance man. An Italian polymath. Polymath is a person whose expertise spans a significant number of different subjects. His genius epitomized the Renaissance humanist ideal. Man of unquenchable curiosity and feverishly imagination. Man is the model of the world. Renaissance transforms the way people see themselves, how they lived in society, nature of learning, nature of art. Medieval art, inspired by religious beliefs, little knowledge beyond biblical stories, daily devotional life, a world to come, heaven, was stiff and lacked realism. Humanism in Renaissance art replaced the point of view that God designs everything and man is merely a pawn. Rational thought came up with geometry and design and logic and reason. Artists become creators. Renaissance art revived ideas of Greek classics beyond the Bible. Proportion, harmony, symmetry, and order. Religious themes, how to approach using humanism. Naturalism and perspective. Realistic. Depicted the divine in the ordinary or the ordinary in the divine. Perspective. Made art more realistic and natural. Faraway things are small relative to close things. Realism. Reflection of the actual nature of the world rather than an idealized romantic view. Interest in the nude form. Man is an embodiment of God, therefore the human form should be celebrated. Impact of the artistic revolution. Introduction of realism and humanizes and makes religious subjects more relatable. Religion is more accessible. Man moves to center as the subject. Therefore, within man can be found the answer to all the answers of the universe. Limitless potential. Renaissance. Made possible through Islamic scholars, the Crusades, Florentine atmosphere, Italian trade hub, Medici stability and patronage. The printing press. Before the printing press, books were handwritten by people who had the rare ability to read and write. Most were Catholic monks. Scribes had the ability to read. The subjects were church-related. Books were rare, hard to find, and expensive, and were privately owned and a luxury for the wealthy. They were rare, except up until the printing press. Johann Gutenberg, inventor of the mechanical movable type printing press from Mainz, Germany. The single most influential invention of the second millennium. It first appeared in China in 1040 AD. He invented it in 1450 AD. Contributed to the diffusion of ideas and revolutionary movement, beginning of the modern age. Books became common, were more accessible, affordable, had a larger audience, precise, where handwritten error was reduced, secular topics instead of religiously dominant. There was a diverse knowledge. Results: use of the vernacular, English replaced Latin, availability of knowledge encouraged literary scholarship, and inspired curiosity, quest for enlightenment, lowered barriers between social classes. The Protestant Reformation. Foundations of the Reformation. The Reformation was long in coming. Anti-clericalism, movement against the power of the church, driven by